हेलो एवरीवन, हाय, वेलकम टू मेहुल शाह शो बातों ही बातों में. After a successful interview with Milind sir on emotional intelligence, today I have a very special guest of honor with me. She has started her career into media and communication industry, but now she has been recognized as a communication coach specialized in providing service in public speaking for science and tech professionals. And her expertise has made a significant impact amongst all the professionals. So it's my immense pleasure to invite Miss Shalini Raghaviah from Mumbai. Hi ma'am, how are you? Welcome to my show. Good evening.
Good evening and thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure ma'am. So Shalini, what are the specific challenges does science and tech professional face while speaking towards general audience?
Okay. So in general, there's a perceived wider gap between science and technology and the understanding of the general audience of it. So first of all, science and tech uses a lot of technical jargon and terminology which the general audience may not understand. And translating this into simple terms to a general audience can be a challenge. Now secondly, the thing is, when you say science and tech presentation speeches, they tend to become very technical. There is theory, concept, a lot of technical detail, but and it also focuses on accuracy and precision. But what does the audience want? The audience wants to be informed, they want to be engaged, and they want to be inspired. So this may require different techniques, approaches, like use of storytelling, like the use of visual aids, like the use of analogies. But this isn't so easy to translate. You need to know what technology can be translated through what story and how it will create an impact on the audience. The last problem which they face is a general problem, which is stage fear, lack of confidence, lack of clarity, how to handle information load, and so on. So I have crafted this program end to end to address all these problems.
Okay, great. So ma'am, like how can storytelling makes tough science topic easier to explain?
Okay, so stories. Human beings are, they communicate through a human act.
Correct.
So they've been wired to be receptive to stories since time immemorial. So cave paintings, cave art, these are all forms of visual storytelling.
Correct.
So we always understand stories better. One reason is because it has a clear structure. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end. So it's very easy for the audience to follow this arc of progression. Second thing is, if you're talking about a science effect, a solution, a technology, then you can tell it as how one person or a group of people has been impacted by that solution. It will make it much more relatable. For example, you can also use stories to go back and tell the history.
Okay.
For example, if I talk about artificial intelligence, so it's a buzzword today. But think about this, it was the 1950s. And Alan Turing, a young mathematician, sat in his cluttered office and he was pondering a question that was to become a buzzword today, and that question is, can machines think?
Correct.
Okay. So today we know that he was pondering not something abstract, it was what was going to change the course of history, which is artificial intelligence. But it had its ups and downs. Things didn't work smoothly. So there was long periods of AI winters where there was no progress and there was no computational power, but the dream did not die. Finally, the breakthrough came, deep learning came in as a concept, and then finally you know that today it's a buzzword and the possibilities are endless.
Correct.
So the thing is, here you have three things. You have a personal connect, you are taking the audience through the ups and downs, the arc of progression, and you are also leaving with a future vision.
So ma'am, what do you think, how can science and tech professionals improve their speaking skills?
Okay, so science and tech professionals, they have a lot of technical and subject expertise. But the thing is, translating that into something that a normal audience can understand, that is a challenge. So the first thing to do is to tone down the language, the level of knowledge, the technicalities to be relevant to your audience. Now check whether your audience are students or whether they are general public or whether they are experts, and you change your language accordingly, the degree of detail. The second thing is always, to understand to ask questions, understand what their level is, and understand whether they have understood what you have said. This is the second thing. And the third thing, as I said, is to use transitions. So when you are transitioning from one segment of the subject to the other, always use those signposts and say, now we are coming to so and so theme or subtopic, and then you go ahead. So these three things will help a lot. And like I said, story and the structure of a story also definitely help.
Okay, great. So, ma'am, can you tell about your one-to-one mentorship program that can be addressed and resolves such a subject of communication challenges?
So I have crafted a one-on-one mentorship program, especially for science and tech professionals. The first thing I want to say about this program is that it is comprehensive end-to-end, which means it addresses the front end and the back end of public speaking. So what does back end include? It includes your research skills, your critical thinking, fluidity of thought, and how to structure arguments, insights, statistics, data, everything into something that makes sense. And the front end is public speaking, which is delivery, and which is how to engage the audience. So that's the comprehensiveness. The second part is this one-to-one.
Okay.
So although I have group coaching also, one-to-one means it is diagnostic. It addresses every person's challenge. As you know, there is no one size fits all.
Okay.
So I help in overcoming their strength, overcoming their weaknesses, and in accentuating their strengths. The third thing is that it always focuses on originality and authenticity, so that you bring out your own perspectives and life experiences to make it unique.
So, ma'am, this one-to-one is offline or like online? Like how do you conduct, and what is your process for that?
So one-to-one is an online program as of now, and it is done over 13 to 15 sessions.
Okay.
So there's one session every week with some assignment to do, and there is constant feedback and suggestions for improvement and stage practice right from the start of the process till the end. So I have already diagnosed by that time where that person stands and what the goals are, and accordingly I will work out the roadmap and get this done over 15 sessions.
15 sessions you do?
15.
Okay, great. So, Shalini, in your one-to-one mentorship program, what skills and what capacity you provide to the students?
I come with almost 20 years of experience in media and communication.
Okay.
So I've had a good number of years in research organizations and development research. So I have learned critical thinking and how to collect data, how to analyze data, statistics and all of that. And then I have had some work experience in journalistic field, and I have had experience in filmmaking, storytelling.
Oh wow, filmmaking, great.
Yes, and the last 10, which is the public speaking part, through certifications. So I have combined all of these together. This is a combination, I'll be honest, that you will find easily, but I have combined all these together to create this program that will help the professionals in a very simple, easy to follow system.
Okay, so ma'am, you are in the film industry, so why you choose this skills, public speaking? Any particular thought process behind this?
Film is storytelling and public speaking is storytelling also. But in film you have a capacity to record it and show it later. In public speaking you are facing a live audience.
Okay.
However, the back end capacities are same, and you will also need to have to build the skill of, while you know certain things, knowledge in certain things,
correct,
you will also have to research and learn about something from other domains in order to complete the picture, so that it makes sense to your audience. So I wanted to bring all of my past experience together and craft something that will help a large number of people rather than impacting only a few. So this is to open up the knowledge and share the knowledge that I have decided.
Okay. So ma'am, my last question to you is, can you share one live example where you have trained someone and made him a better speaker?
Yes, sure. So I worked with one professional, Ram Gulapalli.
Okay.
He works with Goldman Sachs in the US.
Oh wow.
Yes. And he came to me because he faced 4 problems. One was that he was not contributing to group discussions.
Okay.
And there was general stage fear, and he was getting lost in presentations, confused about where to begin, where to end. And then he generally wanted to improve his skills where he would present to people of other domains. So please watch this testimonial from Ram Gulapalli.
Yeah, let's watch the testimonial. So ma'am, any last message to the audience? How they can get in touch with you?
Yes, you can definitely connect with me on LinkedIn, and we're also coming up with a live discussion format program on the 18th January, Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Here you can bring in all your queries and questions, and we are happy to answer them.
So ma'am, thank you so much for your valuable time, and your experience, your idea is really amazing. So ma'am, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my pleasure.
My pleasure ma'am. So guys, this was Mehul Shah signing off for today. And one more good news that I and Miss Shalini, we are coming live on 18 Jan at 11 a.m. on Baaton Hi Baaton Mein, where we can discuss the challenges are being faced by science and tech professionals. So stay tuned for the next update. This is Mehul Shah. Bye bye. Thank you.